Hi, this is CJ, your math teacher, with a bit of an overview on how to navigate around in your math class and what's expected of you, and basic overview of how to complete lessons. So this is the screen that you should see when you enter your classroom, and one of the most important things you really need to pay attention to is are the announcements right here. And you can see I have two post-it, welcome to WAVA, and September 9th to September 18th lesson schedule. Watch, you can see since it's blue and underlined, when you put the mouse over it, the cursor over, it turns into a finger, which means it's a link. It'll open up, okay, and it says here you go. Here is your lesson schedule for these weeks. And there are a couple primary components that I really want you to pay attention to. Is this first table where it gives you a quick look at the 2 weeks coming up and what graded assignments you're responsible for. So here you can see this coming Friday, you're going to have to do quiz 1.02, okay, and it's worth 5 points. And then down below is a table that tells you, hey, what date, the date, and then the activity, the unit name that you have to do, and then the actual work that you have to complete. So as you can see, for this date here, you have to complete the introduction, 1.01, blah, blah, blah. And then on Friday, you have to complete lesson 2 and take the quiz for lesson 2. If you follow the schedule, you will do just fine. Do not want to get behind, okay? Don't get behind. It's so hard to catch up. Now, the other thing is many of you may not have your textbook yet. Well, no, don't worry about that. You know what? I don't have my textbook yet either. You can go to DocSharing and you can download. Oh, it looks like someone already downloaded one. Wow, I just posted these a little while ago. You can download the first 3 units. Here is an electronic version of the Algebra 2 book, and this is for Unit 1, pages 2 through 45, and here's Unit 2 and Unit 3. So this is plenty. This is all you'll need, and definitely by the time we get to Unit 2, you will have your book in hand, the hard copy of your book. So, but for now, you can use this electronic version, and you can go into Gradebook to find out how you're doing. I'm not going to click on this because it'll bring up everyone's name and grade, but you can go in here to see what you've scored on your quizzes and your tests, okay, and where you're at. But let's take a quick look on the left-hand navigation bar, and under Course Home you have the syllabus. The syllabus will give you a really nice overview of the course and what's expected of you. And of course, here's my name and contact information, okay, including Class Connect sessions and how to get there. But of course, you can come down here and go to Class Connect, and it gives you, the whole page is just Class Connect. Tuesday for algebra, Tuesday and Fridays, and then there's the link. And watch, I've even set it up so that you can see the little finger, the link. If you click on this icon, this picture will take you right to my Class Connect page. So that's that. Now you say, well, how do I complete a lesson? You figured out what lesson you need to complete by, let's get back here. Well, you figured out what lesson you needed to complete by viewing the lesson schedule. And you say, okay, well, let's go into lesson 1.02 foundations. What do you have to do? Well, I will email you this, and this is a basic checklist on how to complete a lesson. And look at that. You print out the student guide. You work through the online lesson, okay, and you take notes. You review the assigned pages in the textbook, Algebra 2, a reference guide and problem set. Then you complete the assigned problems. Attempt each problem on your own. You can check your answers. You can check your answers there are 2 ways. The back of your book has the answers to the odd number problems. And also in the resources online, you can see the solutions to those problems. So if you have problems, give me a call, email me. I can help you. And then when you're ready, take the quiz. But this is a fast-paced course. You will almost have to take a quiz a day. So if you get stuck, you've got to call me right away. Do not get behind in your work. If you get behind, you will not catch up. I can't say that enough. So let's take a look at this here. Here's the actual online lesson. This is for the first real lesson that you have to complete. You can see that it's one of 22 pages. It's 22 pages long. Go to lesson resources down here. Look at this. This whole set of resources pops up that is really helpful. And you can see the student guide. You can print this out. This will be helpful. You can here are the solutions. Here's the solution guides. Don't go right here. Don't go here right away. Try to do the problems on your own before you look at the solutions. And then they give you some vocabulary words: coordinate, number line, origin, reciprocal. It is awesome. This is a really helpful thing to use, the lesson resources. So then, you read through the lesson online, blah, 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 blah. You've done that. And I just want to show you right here. I'm going to fast forward and go to page 21. Towards the end, it'll tell you, okay, say, hey, read pages 2 through 4 in your textbook. Whenever it says reference guide, it means the same thing as your textbook. And then complete problems 1 through 29 odd on pages 3 through 5. So this is the work that you have to do. Make sure you do this. Don't fool yourself. Don't say, oh, I understand it. I don't have to do the problems. It's not going to work. You're going to get caught. And you're not going to know what you're doing when it comes time to take the test. So let's take a look at this real quick. Here's an electronic version of the textbook. Now I got to give you a warning that chapter 2, what they tell you to do, the work they tell you to, doesn't match up exactly. So there's a mistake, but that's okay. You come here and you look for, and you'll see the very first chapter is foundations. That's where you're at. Make sure you do the problem sets. Okay, make sure you do this work here, and do. I think it says do the odd ones. So do all the odd problems. Okay, do them in pencil and paper. You do not have to turn this into me. It's not mandatory to turn it into me, but you really need to do this to be successful in the class. Okay, so that is the basics for kind of navigating around and making sense of how to do a lesson. Oh, one more thing here. There's this raise your hand. If you have a question, you can use this. If you don't want to K-mail me, you can use this, and I'll look for these questions here. And the nice thing is sometimes other students look for these questions, and we'll be able to answer your question if you have a question. So, well, I hope you found this to be helpful. Okay, goodbye and good luck.